Hey everyone, welcome to some scary ass shit. This is the World of Warcraft Ironman challenge. This challenge has been kicking around for a little while. I've had a couple of attempts at it in the past, no serious ones. All ended below like level 15 or so. So this is an absolute beast of a challenge where basically you're not allowed to do anything. There is a full set of rules available at wowchallenges.com, the original official Ironman site, just a little site to keep track of all the challenges that do this challenge. And they do keep track. They look at various stats in your account to make sure you're not breaking any of the rules. So, what are the rules? There are 13 hard and fast rules, and a huge FAQ listed on the site to make sure that people aren't bypassing them accidentally or bending the rules. The first and most important one, you do not die. As soon as your character reaches 0 hit points, that challenger is dead and cannot be used again. You also can't use any good gear. What do I mean by good gear? Anything green or higher in quality. The only thing you can have on your account equipped that is green or higher in quality is bags. You also aren't allowed to enchant any weapons or anything like that. The kicker for me is rule number 3. No specs, talents, or glyphs. You cannot choose a specialisation on your character. You cannot choose any talents. You cannot choose any glyphs. You cannot find the corpse stitching twine. Oh, yes, we can. There it is. So that's going to make combat exceptionally difficult towards the end when it's obviously tuned for someone with a specialisation and any gear at all. But, you know, we can get through this. It'll be good. It'll be good. The rest of the rules are perhaps a little bit less... I was going to say a little bit less hard and fast. I don't mean that at all. They're still absolutely unbreakable, but a little bit less harsh, perhaps. You're not allowed any professions. Sorry, I'm trying to read and play at the same time. You're not allowed any professions except first aid and riding, which I think is still a profession. Although I'm not sure. No, it's not listed as a profession anymore. I know it used to be. So yeah, you're allowed mounts, but you're not allowed account-wide mounts. So if I go into my collections here, I've got some stuff here like the chauffeured Meccano Hog. I'm not allowed to use this, even though I can use it at rank 1 or level 1 because I basically got it on another account. Or not on another account, sorry, on another character on the same account. We're not allowed potions, flasks, or elixirs, apart from a few elixirs which are used during quests, especially in places like Northrend, which seem to love them. I have to kill everything myself. There's a check which basically flags my character as having failed the challenge if at any point more than 75% of my kills or killing blows... Oh no, for 75% of my kills if the killing blow is struck by another player. That will red flag me. So I have to kill at least 75% of things myself. Obviously, the spirit of the challenge is you kill everything yourself, but accidents do happen. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem, I wouldn't have thought. Very much in keeping with that, I'm not allowed any assistance from anyone else. I shouldn't be grouping up and going through dungeons. Dungeons themselves aren't allowed anyway. So yeah, basically I'm not allowed to get any assistance from anyone else. If I get a random buff, like it still does happen sometimes, someone will run past you and maybe cast like a little buff on you just to help out. It used to be a lot more common than it is now. That's fine, but ideally if someone keeps doing it, you're meant to tell them not to. Which may be a little bit of a problem for my socially awkward self, having to refuse someone's generous bestowal, but it may not happen. Yeah, as I said before, no dungeons or raids, no dungeon or raid bosses killed at all. I'm not really sure why. I guess if you can solo it, then it shouldn't be a problem. Maybe they're just too rewarding. I'm not really sure why that's a rule, but it's probably not too important anyway. We're not allowed to level through pet battles, but come the fuck on. I was never going to do that. Not allowed any food buffs, so no well-fed buffs, which is a bit of a shame, because you can get some of those from shops and they can be quite useful, but I suppose that's why they've been disallowed. They seem to have disallowed everything useful for this challenge, but that's very much the spirit of it, I suppose. Not allowed any experience boosting buffs, including apparently the monk innate XP buff isn't allowed, which I think is interesting. I don't know if they've disallowed Pandaren as well, because they get more rested XP, but anyway, we're an undead hunter here, for various interesting reasons. also explicitly disallows combat and leveling add-ons. So I'll just go in here and I'll show you the add-ons that I currently have. Oh god, I've got loads installed, most of which are out of date, so I haven't played in a while. But I've just got a one bag add-on, battle text add-on, I've got recount, and Zpal, which is these unit frames here. These are all very, very common add-ons. Most people have heard of probably all of them, honestly. And use most of them themselves. So I've not got anything dodgy going on. I may have to reconfigure some of my add-ons in a little while, but I'm not going to be using any combat or leveling add-ons. I don't think that's tracked, because they can't track every add-on and assess them individually for... What am I even doing? Assess them individually for how useful they are. But yeah, it's just trying to keep to the spirit of the challenge, I suppose. For some reason, I thought I was on that quest where you have to show Lillian Voss her reflection, and she's sometimes in the inn. Anyway, the last rule number 13, no account-wide ability. So that kind of ties into what I was saying about this mount here, and any other mount that I have on this account. I think I have to buy it new, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to check that out, but that won't be a problem until level 20 or so. So, what are we? We're an undead hunter. Hunter is widely considered the easiest leveling class. And that is absolutely no exception on an Ironman. In fact, even more so. It's very much the case that you don't want to be taking any damage. If a monster is attacking you on an Ironman, you are scared. Oh, they've made this quest a lot easier since last time I did it. Oh, okay, it's an event buff, that's fine. I'm not sure what's happened with these. I think that's something to do with Zpal being out of date. Anyway. So, yeah, the reason I'm a hunter is pretty much so that my pet can tank everything. This is, you know, pretty much common sense, I would have thought. Also, hunters have a really, really good kind of, it's often referred to as a toolbox. Just lots of tiny little useful abilities that never really, or very rarely become useful in their own right. But when they do, they're really important. Just gonna put the health bars on there. It turns out to be just a really good all-round class for Ironman, and most Ironmen are hunters. For that reason, of course.
I need a target.
All right, I might have to turn that off. That voice. It's gonna get annoying. The reason I'm an undead, I spent a while looking through the classes trying to work out which one would be best. The reason I went for the the undead, is primarily because of an ability I'm going to show you in a second. Now, I haven't played World of Warcraft in a while. I resubbed for this challenge, but I used to play it a lot, which you may not believe me on. What is it? Will of the Forsaken? No, although that as well actually is very useful. I'll put that on my bars now. Cannibalize also very useful, but what I'm looking at is Touch of the Grave. Ideally, if I get into a tricky situation, I can send my pet in, and if it's not sent in already, to whatever's attacking me, and basically gives me a little bit of life leech, which is not going to be huge, but might be useful. And to be honest, most of the racial abilities aren't particularly huge anyway. Plus, I've got a little bit of a fondness for the undead. My first character was an undead warlock because I'm edgy as fuck, and I just love it, man. Really, really like it. So just going to go through and do some of the first quests here. This isn't going to be a particularly long video. I just kind of wanted to make an introduction to the challenge. As I say, a full FAQ and set of rules, sorry, will be in the description, so you guys can see what I'm subjecting myself to. It's going to be a long one, assuming I don't die ridiculously early, which could happen, of course. It's going to be a long one. Because obviously my DPS is going to be minimal, with no specialisation. By the time I hit like level 25 or 30, I'm really going to start feeling it. This is, of course, assuming I make it that far. I think I should do. I'm just going to do townsfolk. Yes, okay, what do I want? Auctioneer, yeah, the auction house is allowed. Obviously, I can't buy any good weapons or armour on it because I'm not allowed to use good weapons or armour. But it could be useful for various bits and pieces. Excuse me. Yep, that looks about right. There is a mailbox here. There's a mailbox. There we are. I've got this mail from High Overlord Sourfang. For the Horde. We all came to this world decades ago, driven by demonic bloodlust. Oh, this is a tie-in for the movie, isn't it? The Warcraft movie came out last week. I still haven't seen it. I've heard very mixed things, but I'm starting to think maybe it'd be a good idea. Do I want to take this? It's not going to be anything hugely valuable, but I don't want to open anything that might flag my account. I don't think I could, though. Oh my god. That's kind of cool. I like it. Obviously, I can't do anything with it. But you know what? I'm going to send that to my main quickly. Because I don't know if I can get it on multiple characters. I assume I probably can. Right. Can you not shift click it anymore? Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Nordrasil? I'm going to assume that's correct. Yeah, I just sent it to another one of my characters quickly. So obviously bag space is at a premium. Alright. I'm going to have to remember to claim it on that as well. It's probably nothing that I can't get again, but... Okay, this is a piece of white armor which I can use. And I does not open the inventory because this is not Diablo. Alright then. Nope, still pressing I.
I'm listening.
So I'll just... there we go. That's the quest I thought I was on, the Lillian boss quest. That's fine. Right, I'm level 2 already. Only another, 98 levels to go. 97. I can't work it out.
Speak quickly.
Okay, what am I doing now then? Reach level 3 to learn steady shot, then practice using it 5 times on a training dummy. No problem. Time-wise, I would already be level 3. Oh, I'm actually only like 18 XP off. I'm used to leveling with like heirlooms and everything, and just speeding through the earliest levels. So it's going to be a bit of a... Oh, sorry, I've got a real tickle in the back of my throat. It's going to be a bit of a pain not to have that. It's going to be a bit of a wake-up call, I guess. I use it 5 times. It's been a long time since I've played a hunter as well. I'll switch to another training dummy. Ah, no, I won't. They're fine. Alright then. Now what? Oh, I died 4 times? What are you doing? Gee. This is not fair. You all saw me do it 5 times, right? I know you guys saw me. Alright, you can stop hitting it now, Fube.
Better be good.
My name, of course, is a pun. I don't want to talk about it. Darkspear Revolutionary. Okay. I don't know what that means. It's a title that's been given to me automatically, I think. I don't know what it means. But you know what? Okay, this is going to require some patience, this challenge, so I'll call myself the Patient. That is, of course, a title that you get for grouping with random players in dungeons, which I've had for the last 4 or 5 years, I think. Right, Lillian is here. Cool. I think she can be in one of 2 places in this inn.
What is it? Dark Lady watch over you.
Okay, then. Sylvanas, one of my least favourite cards in Hearthstone. Yeah, I've got a couple of macros here. How long have I been playing for? 26 minutes. You may be saying this video is only 13 minutes long. Well, I haven't recorded this game before. I had to do a couple of audio tests. A phrase I'm sick of saying. I'm turning in this quest, right? I don't need to send this quest in. I'll kill some mindless zombies. And yeah, a couple of other bits and pieces. Sort my add-ons out and all that jazz. My DPS at the moment is through the fucking roof, mate. It's just, I mean, I'm blowing my own mind here. And my own trumpet. This will not last. Oh, a bit of a frame spike there. So far, it's going alright. I haven't died yet. Level 3 already.
I don't have a target.
Okay, so you know what? I think I'm just going to go and turn these quests in. And that will be that. As far as this video goes. I'm really anxious because I'm aware that if I get like 3 videos in and die to lag or something, I'm going to be like, oh, I have to do this entire thing again. And then I'll have to choose a different race, and then it'll just all fall apart, and I'll die alone.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Yeah, can I use that? I'm pressing I again. I is not a thing I should be pressing. This is meaningless to me. I'm not planning to stream this yet. Maybe I'll do it a bit later on. I'm planning to just have it as a YouTube series for now, and that's because I feel like it would be a bit of a shame to have it like half and half at the beginning. Maybe I'll like stream it later on and just put highlights on YouTube, but that won't be for a long time. And that's assuming I even get far enough that it becomes a real grind. I'm sure it will.
What do you require?
Okay. Turn these quests in, and that's going to do it for the video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time on WoW Ironman video title series. Great.